cards energy and a few other things. But welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I do general readings, and I'm going to start changing this up a little bit, you guys. I'm going to try and post videos every Sunday for you guys. That way it's just your general reading for the week, okay? So if you haven't been on my channel, or if you see that I'm very inconsistent, thank you guys so much for bearing with me. I'm gonna do better, okay? Also, if you're looking at the blank wall in the background, I'm sorry. Really, I am. I'm in the process of redoing a couple of rooms in my house. This is one of the rooms that's being redone. So as of right now, it's kind of bland, but it will be changing. So my scenery will be changing. So hopefully you guys will come along with me to see what's going on as we're kind of going through it. Oh yeah, okay, sorry, totally spaced. But so I know that if you guys had been trying to book a reading with me, it's been shut down for a while. Thank you guys so much for your patience. I will do better at communicating, but I do have readings becoming available starting in March. If you need something sooner than that, please DM me. You can reach me on my Instagram or my TikTok. Both of them are Uplifting Seyemona, so you can go on there and just reach out to me. Even if you have general questions, I love answering your guys' questions, so please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I would love to be in contact with you guys and answer any questions that you have, okay? So without further ado, let's get into this week's reading. And this is a timeless message, so whenever you get it, it's for you. But yeah. Okay, you guys, so the deck I'm going to be using is the one that I usually use for you, which is the This Might Hurt Tarot. It is my favorite because I am an intuitive reader, so I don't necessarily subscribe to the same way that you are supposed to do tarot. However, it does give me kind of a better reading because of all this, the messages and images in it. So I am able to get a better read on you guys when I'm doing a reading. So this is my preferred deck to use for you. Also, this reading is going to be for, just kind of as a blanket, February 21st, so Sunday, today, and then all the way to the 27th. So this is the general reading for all of us, what we need to know and focus on for this week. Also going to be using this deck, which is my Women in Legends Oracle deck, just as a follow-up. But let's see what Spirit wants us to know today. What do we need to know today, Spirit? What's a general message for the collective, for those of us who are watching? There we go. Okay. So we'll start with this one. So we have the Five of Cups in reverse, okay? So for those of you who were stressing and worrying about kind of the path that your life was going right now, this kind of feels like you were pushed into doing something that you didn't think you were ready to do. Don't worry about it, okay? With that being said, don't worry about it. Don't cry over spilt milk. Don't stress yourself about it. Don't stress out about it. That's the word we're looking for. Because the reality is it was something that had to be done, something that was needed to be done, something that needed to be done in order for you to get to your goals, to get to who you're supposed to be, who you want to be in life. This is very much a don't cry over spilled milk kind of situation, okay? Then the other cards that we have the Tower, have the Empress, Ace of Swords, the Lovers, Six of Cups, Eight of Cups, Devil, the Hermit, and then the Ten of Wands. This one was the last one to jump out. It was on the side. So first and foremost, you guys, with this Five of Cups in reverse, because it doesn't want you to, they don't want you to stress anymore. Spirit does not want you to stress anymore. This is that referencing that thing that made you stress. It's funny because it's like, it feels like it's everything, it's the end of the world, like you were jumping ship kind of situation, but it's your foundation is solid, okay? So with the change that you made, with the decision you made, with you being forced out of this, because for some of you guys, this wasn't even a decision on your part. For some of you guys, you were genuinely like forced and thrust into this changing momentum kind of thing. But the thing that needs to be noted is your foundation is good. Your foundation is solid. So no matter what, it is going to be okay. It's just going to be uncomfortable for a minute. Following that with the Empress, it's like literally going to be flourishing in your life. It's going to be great in your life. It's going to be wonderful. This was that push, that discomfort, ugly push to get you out of your comfort zone, because Spirit is saying, you weren't trying to move. I gave you the option to move. I told you to move before, and you were stubborn, and you were stagnant, and you asked me for change. You were ready for change. It is time because you are ready. It's ready. It's time for you to flourish and thrive and to have this life that you've always wanted, that you have deserved, but you were not willing to give up what you wanted. You weren't willing to give up what you had in order to get here. Spirit said, so I took care of it for you. Okay, I took care of it for you. You don't have to worry anymore. It's not there anymore. What are you going to do now? You're going to go back? There's nothing to go back to. You've jumped ship already. You have left already. There's nothing for you to go back to. So you're welcome. You're welcome. That's what Spirit is saying. Which is not the kind of move that I like to do. Like, don't get me wrong. Spirit has literally moved me that same way. I was comfortable where I was, and I would have never moved from a certain place, and I know that. I know who I am. And Spirit was like, psych, I'm gonna take it from you. Now what are you gonna do? You guys are in that phase right now. You're in that I'm moving you phase. So don't worry about it. And see, Ace of Swords, action, 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 but action in the most uncomfortable way. But it's like, look at this crown I gave you. Look at this, look at what I am giving you. Do you mean to tell me that it's not worth the hard work? It's not worth the dedication? It's not worth the planning? It's not worth it to get to this? Please. For some of you, this is a relationship. For some of you, it was like you put time, effort, energy, love, ambition, hope into this relationship. And for some of you, this is a better relationship on the way, which is great. I'm here for a happier relationship. I'm here for something that you mutually water each other and you mutually make each other grow. Like, I'm here for that. Some of you though, okay, let's do this as a whole. Let me take a whole look, because I hate doing it one by one, but let me take a whole look. So with the Six of Cups, Eight of Cups, the Devil, and the Hermit. Six of Cups is referencing either your inner child, something you're holding back that's literally coming out. Literally gonna come out. Like, you will have no... Have you seen those people on on TikTok that got the Moldavite, and it's like it uprooted their whole life, and it had them address things that they've gone through that they weren't ready for? Some of you, it's gonna be nurturing, loving, and taking care of that inner child that you have neglected, that you have not watered, that you have not taken care of, that you have shoved into a corner while they're sitting there crying, begging you for help and assistance, and you've been like, I'm a big girl, I'm a big boy, I can do this by myself. Did you do it though? That's the question. But the plus side is you're leaving. You're leaving. For some of you, there's going to be like a loss of relationships, but not in like a lover situation, like a family member who you were close to. For some of you, it's a family member who you were close to. And it's not like they're dying. It's just you guys don't mesh anymore, and you don't want to put up with the shit anymore. Just make sure that when you're doing this, you are 100% prepared for this and not being manipulated by somebody else. not looking at the looking through rose-colored glasses at the fence across the way, because now you see that this was necessary. Now you see that this change was necessary, and you're like, because it's necessary, I'm just gonna do it this way. No, plan, please. Please plan. Please plan and plant and heal and grow so that you don't end up repeating cycles. This is definitely going to be an alone moment for some of you. You will be healing. And sometimes healing alone is the only way that you can do things. Some of you guys are going to be alone. But don't take this burden, bro. Love, honeysuckle. Do not accept additional burdens into your life while you are trying to grow and heal yourself. Do not do it. Because what good comes from you healing someone else when you're not healed? You end up being a what? A reciprocal for their issues? You end up being what? A waste for their space? Bro, please don't do it. Please don't do it. I hope that's not interrupting. Sorry. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else we need from this deck. Spirit, is there any more messages that you want us to address from this deck? Anything else? My desk looks like a hot mess now. No. And it feels really good. You see this? Look at swish, swish. Moving on. Oh no. Hard work and patience. It's gonna be hard work. Just as soon as I said swish, Spirit be playing. Anything else? No? Okay. So the last two cards that came out were the Three of Pentacles and then the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? So mixing that with everything that we have here, it is still that don't carry the burden, don't carry the stress of other people, because that don't have anything to do with you. But don't like fan the flames though. Like for some of you are like, doesn't matter, I'm gonna burn it down. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just let things be what they are. When you remove yourself and when you are removed, because some of you guys are again removed. When you're removed, just go with it, because things are going to be what they are anyway. Don't be stubborn. Don't try to burn things to the ground. Crying is fine. Cleanse. Shed those tears. But that's about it. Okay? Okay. Then, lastly, this is the Oracle deck. So, Spirit, what do we need to, what's the rest of this? That sounds good. That feels good already. Okay. I knew you wanted to cut out. We got a couple good cards already. Okay. I'm going to address the ones that are face up first, just because it feels like those are the ones I'm supposed to address first. Okay. So, transformation. There you go. Transformation. Harvest. And transcendence. These are the ones that I feel like I should be addressing first. So, transformation. As we know, you are going through that transformation period based off of this deck, okay? But this is a nurture yourself, take care of yourself kind of transformation. There's this magic that is coming from you during this time. There's this new way of thinking, new way of analyzing, new way of seeing things kind of thing going on. So just kind of go with it and pay attention to yourself. Pay attention to your body. Pay attention to what else is transforming. And this is crazy. And for some of you this does not apply. But it's like, when this is released, pay attention to certain areas on your body. Pay attention to if there is a pain or numbing. Pay attention if you're losing weight in a certain area. Pay attention to if you're standing differently, standing straight, stuff like that, because that is where you were holding that trauma and that pain, and you will physically transform because you are releasing it and letting it go, because you're being forced to release it and because you're being forced to let it go, okay? Transcendence and harvest. So again, with this going on, definitely harvesting that same That same Empress energy, the same Empress energy of you nurturing, flourishing, and getting and receiving everything that you are due. Harvest. And transcendence is just literally, you will be above this as long as we promise not to fan the flames. Do you hear me? Don't fan the flames. Don't fan the flames. Don't fan the flames. That's all. That's all I'm asking. Okay? And then the other ones that were face down, we have resurrection. So as we all know, this retrograde is not over. Be aware of your exes. Universal connection. Okay? We are connected. Expression. This one needs to be addressed more. Light. Passion. Balance. And last but not least, enchantment. Okay? So with resurrection, as we know, a lot of things are going to come into light, come into view. Things that we thought we had dealt with, healed from, childhood trauma may come up. But for some of you, this is as simple as an ex coming back and trying to have a conversation with you, which will bring up old feelings of for some of you, it'll bring up old feelings of love and hope. But for some of you, it's going to bring up old feelings of abandonment and deceit, pain. Like realistically, abandonment is the main issue that may be brought up during this time. So you're going to have to sit with yourself and see why you allowed that to happen in the first place. 2, where that came from in your childhood, because 9 times out of 10 it came from your childhood, something that happened, one of your parents you felt abandoned by, one of your loved ones you felt abandoned by, siblings, old friends, like someone in your past did something that caused you to feel abandoned. So you're literally going to have to sit and figure out where that fits into your life and heal that moment, heal that version of yourself and release it. That's going to be a necessary thing. I was trying to say necessity and necessary at the same time. Universal connection. We are all connected. And it's interesting because with this one, it's not necessarily referencing the people who are connected to you. It's referencing the choices that were made and how they're connected to your future you, your future person. So the decisions you're making now will definitely ripple effect to future you. So just make sure that any decisions that you are making at this time, you will be comfortable with the potential consequences or the potential actions that follow. Whether they manifest in the next 5 minutes, 10 years, 30 years. Just make sure that you are okay with that, because the decisions that are being made now will in fact affect you, your generation, your health, your life, but it may also impact your children and your children's children. So just make sure that you are comfortable with the potential ripple effect. We'll say it that way, the potential ripple effect, okay? Speak up. This is for those of you who this message has resonated with completely, but you also don't want to speak your truth because you are worried about hurting other people. You are worried about affecting them. You're worried about messing with their ego, messing with their emotion. You don't want them to feel the way that you have felt. However, let me ask this question. Has holding your feelings in helped you in any way? Has it? You can tactfully express how you are feeling at any point in time. You do not have to be a monster about it. You do not have to be rude. You do not have to be disrespectful. But you do need to speak up and express yourself and express how you are feeling in moments that are affecting you. Stop holding them in, going home, and allowing them to mess up your sleep. Okay? I was looking for a card. You can tell my place is a hot mess right now. But yeah, okay? We have passion, we have light, and balance, and enchantment. Bro, this last part goes all together. Please, please, Understand that while everything, the new change, you will be so excited for, and you'll get that high, that rush of like, woo, look at this. Plan for everything. Okay, that's really all it is, because you will feel lighter, it will bring light into your life, it will be bright, it will be sunshiny, it will be so great. Just make sure that you're balancing. Make sure that you're planning. Make sure that you are doing what needs to be done just in case you, for whatever reason, decide to second guess yourself. And for some of you, it's going to be very important for you to write things down, write your goals down, and have them someplace. It's funny, I just gave this part of the message out. But just make sure that you're finding a balance between what you want, who you want to be, and who you are. Okay? Don't do anything half-ass. Make sure that you're doing things for your passion purpose, okay? Because the enchantment is great, but the enchantment can wear off, so just make sure that you are prepared. Just make sure you're prepared. That's all I'm asking, okay? But that's it. This hot mess of a desk, this is it. This is done for the day. I will say this though, I don't know who it is, but somebody is stressed at work. Somebody is like high anxious, and it might not even be at work, it might be just kind of in general right now. You're feeling very anxious, jittery kind of thing. Spirit said hematite. Please get yourself a piece of hematite. You can get them off of Etsy. If you have a local crystal shop, go to one and get yourself a piece of hematite, because not only does this like make a barrier against negative energy coming to you, but this will also calm you down. It will mellow you. So when you're anxious and like, it'll bring you down a bit. Not in like a terrible way, not in like a crash and burn kind of way. Literally just mellow you out, okay? All right. And that is my message for the day, you guys. If you would like a reading, please click the link below. You can go ahead and set that up. Again, it might be like being weird. So if you don't see anything on the calendar, please feel free to DM me. TikTok, Instagram was probably going to be the best option. And then I will get back to you as soon as possible, and we can set up a reading that way, okay? Love you guys. I see you next week. Have a great week, and please be kind to one another. Mwah. Love you.